Hello. The arts and crafts movement blurred the distinction between fine art and the decorative or applied arts, redefined interior decoration, and inspired a worldwide craft revival that has left a lasting legacy of classic designs and a set of principles and ideals that still resonate. Our modern concern with protecting our built heritage owes much to the leading lights of the arts and crafts movement, which flourished in the second half of the 19th century, although the name we use to define the movement wasn't coined until 1887, when T.J. Cobden Sanderson, a friend of William and Jane Morris, who gave up his legal practice to establish a printing and bookbinding business, suggested the Arts and Crafts Exhibition Society as a group name for an offshoot of the Art Workers Guild. The arts and crafts movement embraces a wide range of disciplines, including architecture, horticulture, interior design, stained glass, furniture, wallpaper, textiles, ceramics, metalwork and typography. Examples of designs and products by some of the leading figures can be seen at the Victoria and Albert Museum, the William Morris Gallery at Walthamstow, the Fitzwilliam Museum, Cambridge, Birmingham Museum and Art Gallery, Cheltenham Art Gallery and Museum, and in country houses such as Whitwick Manor near Wolverhampton, at Standon House in East Sussex, and in towns and cities throughout the UK and around the world. The movement has its beginnings at a time when Britain was experiencing significant change through industrialisation, urbanisation accompanied by rapid population growth, a period when scientific advances were leading to a better understanding of the world, but at the same time undermining old religious certainties. Nostalgia for an earlier age was prefigured in architecture by a rejection of Georgian symmetry and formulaic Renaissance classicism and a revival of interest in medieval Gothic. In art, by a turning away from the purely intellectual towards a more instinctive romantic approach, epitomised by the members of the Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood and their followers. And in religion, by the Oxford movement, led by John Henry Newman, John Keble, Edward Pusey and Richard Froude, with their stress on the continuity of Anglicanism with the pre-Reformation Catholic Church. Thomas Rickman's An Attempt to Discriminate the Styles of English Architecture, published in 1817, supplied the language of building styles, dating and defining early, decorated and perpendicular Gothic. A.W.N. Pugin was the great advocate and exponent of Gothic revival architecture and of a total design aesthetic that became a feature of the arts and crafts approach to detail and building design. The Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood formed in 1848 with Dante Gabriel Rossetti, William Holman Hunt and John Everett Millais the leading lights, much influenced by artist, poet, writer and social reformer John Ruskin's advice to paint from nature. Their discovery of 15th century works by Italian masters such as Botticelli, Gozzoli and Mantegna, paintings refreshingly free of the formulaic academic conventions prevalent at the time, inspired their output. Essentially, the arts and crafts movement was a reaction to unchecked urbanisation and the machine age, a nostalgia for the traditions and simplicity of rural life, coupled with a perception that mass-produced goods were inferior in quality and design to those produced in natural materials by a skilled craftsperson. There was a sentimental view that the pleasure taken in their work by a skilled artisan would be imbued in the goods produced and similarly reward the user, that the satisfaction of a job well done, producing a piece of work from start to finish using skills rooted in tradition, was something to be valued, that the inherent dignity of honest labour was lost when individuals were disconnected, reduced to mere cogs on a mass production line subservient to servicing machines. John Ruskin saw industrialisation as a moral threat, declaring industry without art is brutality. The Great Exhibition of 1851, held in the specially built Crystal Palace in London's Hyde Park, was a catalyst. For many, the goods on show represented progress and a high point in domestic industrial production. Others lamented inferior designs, a lack of aesthetic appeal, and the loss of individuality and pre-industrial craft skills, fine examples of which were on show in exhibits from around the world, including traditional Persian, Indian and Moorish designs. A recent exhibition at the William Morris Gallery in Walthamstow convincingly demonstrated the influence of Islamic art on Morris's designs for wallpaper, this is tulip, and textiles, a debt acknowledged by Morris in lectures. William Morris is the figure most associated with setting the ethos of the arts and crafts movement and its principal propagandist, famously writing in Hopes and Fears for Art, "Have nothing in your houses you do not know to be useful or believe to be beautiful." It's this marriage of aesthetic appeal and practical functionality that is at the core of the arts and crafts movement. Morris's approach to industrialisation was pragmatic. In Art and Its Producers, he wrote, "I do not believe we should aim at abolishing all machinery. I would do some things with machinery that are now done by hand, and other things by hand that are now done by machinery. In short, we should be the masters of our machines and not their slaves as we are now. It is not this or that machine which we want to get rid of, but the great intangible machine which oppresses the lives of all of us." William Morris will be my subject next time. If you've enjoyed this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons and click on the notification bell to be informed when the next video is available, or you can subscribe by clicking on the rose window over my shoulder.